Hello, I am Andrea Morales and I will talk about definition of culture and civilization. Culture is an umbrella term which encompasses the social behavior and norms found in a human society, as well as the knowledge, beliefs, art, laws, custom, capabilities, and habits of the individuals in these groups. Humans acquire culture through the learning process of enculturation and socialization, which is shown by the diversity of cultures across societies. The modern term culture is based on a term used by the ancient Roman orator Cicero. In the words of anthropologist E.B. Tylor, it is quote unquote that complex whole which includes knowledge, belief, art, morals, law, custom, and any other capabilities and habits acquired by man as a member of society. There are six aspects of a given culture. Culture is a pattern of behavior. Culture refers basically to the style of behavior which is found to be present in the behaviors of the majority of people. Culture is learned. The aspects of culture are not found in an individual right from its birth. Culture is transmitted from one generation to the next. We follow the patterns of our cultures and teach them to the next generation to guide them. This is known as enculturation. Cognitive component. The basic component of culture is one relating to people's knowledge about the universe, creation, and existence. Material component. It consists of all tangible things that human beings make, use, and give value to. Normative component. It consists of the values, beliefs, and rules by which society directs people's interaction. A civilization, in its way, is any complex society that is characterized by urban development, social stratification, a form of government, and symbolic system of communication. Civilizations are intimately associated with socio-political, economic characteristics such as centralization, domestication of both humans and other organisms, a specialization of labor, culturally ingrained ideologies, and progress and supremacism, architecture.
Describes the main aspect of Lewis model. The Lewis culture model classifies culture into three main types: linear active, multi-active, and reactive. Well, linear active. They are logical thinkers who manage and plan their actions. They do one thing at a time according to a schedule, and that's why they are very precise and efficient in their work. They like to work with others who are focused on the task and who appreciate the structure and the reason. Also, they can annoy another guys because of the focus of the homework and the lack of regard their relationship. Some characteristics of these liners are plans ahead, step by step, polite, and they are polite but direct. They talk half time. Punctuality for them is very important, and some civilizations or city related to this model are, for example, UK, United Kingdom, Germany, and Luxembourg. In the multi-active type, they are more energetic people. They prioritize their work based on the feelings and thought. They switch from task to task based on a combination of apparent urgency and whatever seems more interesting. They are more social than linear active and consider managing relationship as an essential part of the job. When they disagree, they could be loud and emotional, but they quickly forget it when an agreement is reached. Some characteristics of the people are they often interrupt, they talk most of the time, they unlimited body language, and some civilizations or city or people from Colombia, Mexico, and Latin America are linear active. Well, reactive. Reactive are also interested in relationships, but they are cooler than multi-active, valuing courtesy and consideration. They listen carefully and think about what the other person is saying rather than simply immersing themselves in their views. They tend to think broadly, looking for a principle by which they can work rather than fixed plans or vague intentions. They seek harmony and take a step back and start over if things don't go well. While they are not confrontational, they are also persistent and will work with others until they are happy with the plans and actions. Some characteristics of these people are they listen most of the time, they are polite and direct. Punctuality is important, and some civilizations or people from China, Japanese, and Vietnam, they are reactive type. They are considered in a reactive type. What are the main components of civilization? Civilization are the way we are, where we are, and people we are, and people who we are. The main components are politics, that it is an activity carried out by the rulers of a civilization or a country. The powers that governor carry out are legislative, executive, and judicial concentration of powers. And economy, it deals with administration of existing resources in order to satisfy the needs of the civilization, the people who live in where the country or the civilization is. The other point is society, set of people who are related to each other and live in a specific geographic space. People are divided in social groups based on purchasing powers, social function they exercise, ethnicity, culture, and etc. Also is culture that includes customs, knowledge, belief, and degrees of artistic, scientific, and technical development of a society. It reflects the way of think and explain the world of each civilization.
Okay, now let's talk about a great civilization, and it is Egyptian civilization. Egyptian civilization developed along their empire, the Nile River in large part because the river annual flooding ensured rainfall, rainfall for growing crops. And second, repeat struggle for political control of Egyptians showed the importance of the regional agricultural production and economic resources. And I'm also the Egyptian keep writing records using writing system known as hieroglyphics. And I'm also Egyptian rules use the idea of a divine kingship and constructing monumental architecture to demonstrate a maritime power. And the ancient Egyptian developed wide-reaching trade network along the Nile, in the Red Sea and the Near East. The ancient Egyptians built the pyramids, tombs, temples, and pillars out of stone, the most durable of all building materials. Also, earthquakes, warms, and the forces of nature have taken their toll. But the remains of Egyptian monumental architecture achievements are visible across the land, a tribute of the greatness of this civilization. This building project took a high degree of architectural and engineering skill, and the organization of a large workforce consists of the highlight training, craftsmen, and laborers. And apart from the pyramids, Egyptian buildings were decorated with painting, crafted strong images, hieroglyphs, and three-dimensional statues. The art tells the story of the pharaohs, death, common people, and the natural world of plants, animals, birds, etc. The beauty and graceful of these sites are don't compare currently. How the ancient Egyptians were able to construct this massive structure using tools, using primitive tools, is still a mystery. Okay, and now talking about different cultures, in my personal opinion, is fantastic and very interesting. So today I'm going to talk about the two different cultures. First one English and the second one Colombian. I'm a Colombian girl. Let's start there. First of all, greetings. Let's see the difference in this case. About greetings in English, British people, they don't not greet people with a kiss, like in Colombia. They only kiss people who are close friends or and relatives. The only one. And in Colombia, it's total different because in Colombia, between friends and relatives, it's very common kiss the cheek to the opposite sex. The women usually kiss each other on the right cheek, like that. And another difference, British people avoid talking loud in public. Yeah, but here in Colombia, the people from region like the North Coast, Santander, Valle del Cauca, Antioquia, also Valledupar here, and etc. normally talk loudly in public. In Britain, and the English people used to say hi, or or the usual formal greeting is with that question: How do you do? And a firm handshake but with a larger talk between men and women. Yeah. For example, they say, "How do you do?" and another person say, "How do you do?" It's the same question for both in a formal way, yeah. And in an informal way, there's something say cheers instead of thank you. And human hair, cheers say instead of goodbye. What I really want to say, or they really say is thanks and bye. Okay, but here in Colombia, men commonly shake hands with everyone when entering greeting of group or leaving. They shake hands like that and say bye. When women kiss each other or the kiss each other on the cheek if they are acquainted, but offer a verbal greeting or handshake also. Yeah. But if they are close friends or relatives, may greet each other with a hug, abrazo, hug, and sometimes accompanied by a kiss in the cheek. Yeah, because Colombia are very demonstrative. And also, it's common that people say some phrases like "God bless you," Dios te bendiga. It's very, very common. While we visiting is an important part of Colombian culture. Yes, we love the visiting. In Colombia House, our grazing and attempt to make guests feel comfortable, usually offering refreshments such as the coffee. This is the most common offered type of coffee, fruit juice, and also soft drink. In during the conversation, we tend to express with our hands and face, particularly if in a discussion becomes animated or it. Uh, um, we love maintain eye contact, and extended close is are important too.
Hi, my name is Angeline, and today I'm going to talk about culture and civilization. Okay, culture is the label we assign to everything that humans do and learn and pass on the next generation. That isn't genetical determinate. It is the sum of total of human achievement, learn, belief, and knowledge in a given society or subgroup. Culture refers to the way of life of an individual or a community. It includes the customs and faith they follow, the art, the literature, the music that they enjoy, and the festival that they celebrate. On the other hand, the civilization is an enhanced a state where there is an established political, social, religious norm. Civilization is thus, by definition, a subset of culture. It is the kind of culture that arises in and expresses itself mainly in cities. Being civilized literally means being citified. Culture is like a micro term, while civilization is a macro one, including cultures, science, politics, salesmen, etc. Okay, culture represents the belief and practice of a group, while society represents the people who share those belief and practice. Neither society nor culture could exist without the other. And we can say that the culture and civilization is interdependent, interactive, and complementary. Civilization is larger fan of many cultures, and we can say that the civilization is external and the culture is intrinsic. Another point is that civilization is with some measure standard, culture is heterogeneous. And another one is that civilization is advancing, culture may or may not be. And the last one is that civilization is easily Transmitted culture has to be transmitted to grow and evolve in the next generation.